Street Mall, Quadrant Mall and Kings Meadows. It's second quarter action, sun-drenched Utah Stadium. Here's Matthew McGee.
So Kingborough taking it right up to the Northern Bombers here. Marcus Gardner doing a good job in the ruck. Comes down though to Davies. Good tackle, Will Campbell. And the little redhead, he started well. And he gets the free kick. Right on the centre line, Campbell. Going to go long and strong, inside 50. Bennett there for North Launceston. Good punch over the back. Good tackle on Walsh. Kingborough Tigers in front of the scoreboard side. And the umpire says, give it to me. So nice, long, deep, penetrating inside 50. And he's a real target for them, isn't he, Tyler Carter, Max?
Yeah, he is. And we've seen him, I think it was on this ground last year. He kicked 3 or 4 against North Launceston.
Carter only goes as far as Ponting. He swung around in the tackle looking for Foon. And the ball goes out of bounds right in front of the railway hill. Not too many braving the conditions there. A dad with his young son over there enjoying the grass area. But there's a light smattering of spectators. Of course, the COVID restrictions are still on. North Launceston have done it pretty well with their spectators having functions and that indoors. They're allowed a few more from that. But they've organised things well of the Northern Bombers. Bilson, snap, over the top, inside 50. Well done here, North Launceston on the rappel. Fletcher Bennett comes out in front of a running Jackie Rushton. Oh, nice pick up, Jackie boy, with the right mitt. Turns it over to Bilson. Goes again, does Rushton. On the tackle there, Kingborough is Zach Adams. Ball spills out by hands. Burrows Cheng. It's a scrubby kick forward from Lachlan Watt. Can't go any further than Mark Walsh. Foon finds Whitford, and they're away, North Launceston.
They are indeed. They've got the outlet play here. I think it is Davies, is it, Macca?
Yep.
Yep. He's touches the ball to the ground. Out now towards the late inclusion. Curran, he's 2 kicks out from goal. Nice pass. No, it's not. Over the head of McCulloch. Golden opportunity missed. Gardner tackled. Dispose of it correctly, says the umpire. Now another Tigers player in trouble. They somehow get out of jail there, the Tigers, because James Curran probably should have done more with that pass.
Just overshot it.
Overcooked it to Bart.
Good tackle by Lowe on the biggest fella on the ground, little Lowy.
Little kick forward here. Chance for North Launceston once again. Only player going for the ball is Campbell. He was tackled. Surely not penalised, no. This is about 20 metres out from the North Launceston goal. They lead by 5 points. 3 goals straight to 2 goals won.
Launceston 1-1-7. Clarence yet to score.
Deep in attack for North Launceston. Reardon shrugs the tackle well. Cox Goodger, that's not easy to do. Inside out, kick up the wing. Victor Solder knocks it away from his opponent. In Eddie Burrows Cheng, it's out of bounds. Strong play there from Reardon.
Nice pick-up, wasn't it?
Yep, he's moved to defence this year from attack. And he's been doing well across half-back for the Tigers. Shallow throw in. Gardner front position. Gets it down here towards Lovell. He's tackle props without it. So right on attacking 50. Umpire hovering. So it'll be a ball up. Half time today, we'll talk to the new Greater Northern Raiders head coach in Tim Coyle. Talk about the upcoming season. As it comes out now, and a quick kick forward by Adams to Ollie Burrows Cheng. Takes the mark. He switches it now towards Griggs. Griggs handballs off to Reardon. Here they go, the Tigers. That's good play. Up here towards Carter. He waits for it. Donnelly attacks it. He wins it out. Donnelly. Good work. Little short kick to Davies. He's been pretty good today. Lots of it. Inside now to Foon, who takes the mark on the wing.
I reckon they missed a trick there, the Tigers. They had one of their main players running off the other way, and that was Tyler Carter, and they just, Luke Graham, and they just didn't get it to him. They went sideways instead, and now it's going to be a Lee. Inside 50, Alex Lee. Inside 50, oh, that's a great mark in defence there by Kingborough and Lachlan Godomski, former Tassie Devil. And Godomski, strong-bodied, excellent mark in defence. So Godomski finds Marcus Davies. He's had a paddock, but the umpire's going to make him bring it back. Over umpiring, Dave Moore.
Yep.
Means a lot coming from you too, because you're normally part of the presidential suite of the umpires.
Davies was away too.
He was away.
Yep.
So Godomski is looking that way again in the middle of the ground. Comes down the line, but it's inside the boundary enough that if North Launceston can get this in, they can't. Here's Whitford. Taken by Egger. There's an inside 50. McCulloch taps it on. Curran goes left, goes right, snaps to the top of the square, 1-on-1. Up goes Lasky. Bottom. Lasky special snap. Left foot goal. Jake Lasky. Good goal. Jake Lasky's clever. Came from St Pat's this year. The old collegians stepped up. Made his TSL debut a couple of weeks ago. That little indiscretion, had to fight the tribunal and won. And that's a great goal, Jake Lasky. But Godomski's kick there, Max, he wanted to attack, but if you're going to go to a contest, you've got to bring it more to the boundary side because it allowed North Launceston an easy inside 50 rather than being a little bit more defensive.
Yeah, and we've seen it as I've seen it as a 1v1 game at the moment, but when that kick did slow down after the umpire brought the ball back and made him kick over the line, North had those numbers back in behind the ball and made it very difficult for Godomski to pick a target.
First goal of the second quarter to Jake Lasky. Bombers out by 11 points. Ponting gets it to Event. Kick smothered. Playing on the ball a bit today, Jack Event. Here he is again, getting a bit of it. Plays well every week, does Jack Event. Those quiet achievers. Knocked over the top by Rushton. The back player's Godomski. Does well to get around his opponent and kicks under pressure. Gets some good depth up the wing, but it turns it over now. And here they go through Egger. He's confronted by Campbell. Has to handball over the top. Back to Jack Event. Jack Event, central route inside 50. McCulloch's there, can't take the mark. They've got the Crummers there and Davies. Out to Lovell. Back to Davies. That's good footy, Tigers. They got out of defence. Davies' little kick close to the boundary line. Floats over. So undoes their good work there in getting it out of defence, but still they've cleared the area. Be a free kick to North Launceston on the wing. Fast-paced game here. Mark Walsh, who's been quiet so far. He's got a little kick here towards Whitford. Whitford takes the mark. Handball's off, does he, to Cox Goodger? No, he goes himself inside. That's a beautiful kick. Taylor Whitford, straight to Oliver Sanders, who takes the mark. 35 out directly in front. And that was a really classy delivery there from Taylor Whitford.
This is the time, Max, the Tigers have just got to bunker down a bit. Bombers are on the run. And if this one goes through, it'll be 5 goals straight to North Launceston.
So, Oliver Sanders, left foot it'll be, from about 45 out, directly in front. Gets good distance with a kick and just floats it to the right for one behind. That's their first blemish of the day for the Bombers. 4-1-25. Adelaide Kingborough 2-1-13. Macca, other scores?
I think the Prince might have kicked one down at KG5 Fossil. 5-4-34 Glenorchy. North Hobart 4 behinds. And it's Launceston 8, Clarence 1.
And so the ball taken out of bounds there by Griggs. Boundary throw in. 60 metres around from goal. Of course, AFL will be starting quite soon. And so North Melbourne versus Brisbane this afternoon. We'll keep you up to date with that game once it gets underway. Earlier games today, North Launceston won the Development League by 3 points. And the under-18s, they won easily in that one. As Cox Goodger can't get an effective handball away. There's Oliver Burrows-Cheng. Second effort, does well. There's no one to give it to. Handball to open space. Now it's taken by the Bombers, by Foon. He overcooks the kick to Lee. It's back out of bounds. Once again, about 60 metres out from North Launceston's goal.
Inside 50s for Dave Gruber. 6 North Launceston, 2 Tigers. So they're getting real control here at the moment. Clearance is not too bad. And 3-2-5 the hit-outs Alex Lee's way for North Launceston. Campbell. Good pressure. You heard it there in the effects, Mike. And that's what it's been all this quarter. That's Avent and the youngster in low putting the pressure on there. And they're going to go again. So they're really stifling things here at the moment. Yes, Fossil?
Avent's got the job on level.
Yes, no, we've mentioned that most of the first quarter, Foz, but we'll go again.
Okay.
Thanks for that. That's okay. Maxie and I will keep things going. You just worry about your tweets so you can get up with the bev. Here's Ponting by hand. Goes inside 50. Cox Goodger. Callows long and deep. It's going to be rushed through for a behind. And Cox Goodger a booming left foot kick. Oz said before the game he's been struggling a little bit with an ankle injury, but doesn't look like it today. He's coming back and going well. Kick out, Blake McCulloch. Only goes as far here for North Launceston. In fact, it was Egger, Simpson. Over the top, well done there, Richter Solder. Got rid of Sorty too easily. Into the centre square, Avent. So he's got the better of Lovell at the moment, I'd say, boys. Alex Lee, sideways. Here's Davies running hard. Campbell will wrap him up in a tackle. The ball goes out of bounds in front of the commentary position. Nick Butler says, throw it in, please.
First goal to the D's down at KG5 Macca. So it's Glenorchy 34, the Demons 10.
Very good. Boundary throw in. Just forward of centre. North Bombers side right in front of us here. Up in the ruck. Gardner. Lee, do battle, Burrows, Cheng, that is Oliver. The ball goes out of bounds as Will Campbell comes off for a spell. He works hard, Max, Will Campbell, doesn't he?
He does. He's worked extremely hard this quarter, and he's got a big job to do on Cox Goodger, as we said earlier.
I think the Tigers need one. Foz, they need a steadier. Otherwise, 10 minutes gone in the second quarter, things might just bust over. You just get that feeling. Cox Goodger waxes with Ponting, slips. Ponting fights hard. Well done there by Lachlan Watt. Avent comes up and with it. Oh, good tackle by Kingborough. Lovell, quick kick forward. Well done, Bennett. Up against Sam Dygan. Whitford. He's going to go by hand. He wanted to go foot. He goes hand to Richter Solder. Over the top, Curran. Here's Cox Goodger. Centre square. He's going to load up the cannon. He goes a little bit high, this one. Callow tries to get the front. Ooh. Rushton can't take it. It was a tight contest. Rushton picks it up again. Well done, Rice. He lays the tackle. And Cox Goodger wanted to kick that. It just went a little bit high. Pitching wedge rather than the one wood.
He was about 5 metres further than what he really wanted to be out.
It's from the ball up, taken by Blake McCulloch. He clears the area. It's just outside their defensive 50 years ago for them. If they can get the handball away towards Graham, and they do, Graham has to wait for it. Then he's tackled there by Simpson, the late inclusion. And umpire Nick Butler will ball it up on the attacking side of the centre square. Veteran umpire now, Nick Butler. Umpired many TSL games, one of the finest in the business. Side of the contest, Jackie Avent again to Whitford. Kicks inside the square. McCulloch's there. Callow's there. McCulloch can't take it. Callow couldn't grab it. McCulloch again. Handballs away. Tommy Bennett in the vicinity. Elijah Reardon just punts it out of defensive 50 towards O'Neill. He can't take the mark. In the follow-up, it's Ponting. Hands to Foon. Now to Simpson. Simpson kicks sideways towards Alex Lee, who marks 55 out. Has a crowded 50 ahead. He's going to launch. Is Alex Lee. Goes long and strong, fades to the pocket. McCulloch takes the mark. Big Bart got the front position. There's plenty of tall timber up there at the moment for the Northern Bombers. And eventually, someone was going to clunk it, and it was Bart McCulloch. It's a very stiff angle though, Maxie.
It is a stiff angle, and you made the call during your commentary there then about how crowded it was. So it was really impressive to be able to the kick by Alex Lee out to the pocket, which is probably a bit deeper than what they would really have liked to go, but found their target.
Bart McCulloch 20 out, right on the boundary line, steers it. Yeah, he steers it through. That's a great kick by Bart McCulloch. I thought it was going to go off to the left, but it just snuck inside the left-hand goalpost. Great conversion there from Bart McCulloch, and he had a good comeback to the senior side last week, and he gets his first goal here at UTAS Stadium this afternoon.
For Dave Gruber, speaking of the best in the business, Dave Gruber 10-2 inside 50s, North Launceston's way, getting the better there. Although the Tigers are winning the clearances 7-2, so 7-3 in fact. So plenty of ball for the Tigers, just not doing anything with it at the minute. And the North Launceston pressure of half back Max just keep repelling the ball inside 50, don't they?
They just can't get it past their half forward line, the Tigers at the moment, and could be dangerous if it continues in that vein.
Definitely. Lee comes down, Lovell, set upon by Avent, but enough to get the kick away. Oh, it's a big fly there by the Tigers. Jack Bilson, inside 50. Thomas Donnelly it is, though, reads the ball quicker, and he's playing that key defensive role. Good matchup on Tyler Carter. So the big source, Donnelly. He's a real utility for Taylor Whitford and the coaching staff. We've seen him play everywhere from forward to wing, now key defence. And this kick only goes as far as the little man in Will Campbell. Gives it off to Lovell. Inside 50. Donnelly's got to go again. It's a mark. 1-2 touches. And it's a great mark. Well, it came from nowhere. It's got to be the big fella in Carter.
Yep.
And Donnelly, he couldn't get back across after he kicked that ball. And Tyler Carter, 2 bites of the cherry. And he's taken a mark 15 metres out from goal, even May Park side of the ground. So Carter, left footer. Takes no time, as we mentioned in the first quarter. Goes back, has a look, and pings it. Tyler Carter, that's the one they needed, the Tigers. And Tyler Carter kicks his second. And good contest between him and the big source Donnelly, Max.
It is, Macca, and you see it so often in footy, don't you? We just made the call a moment ago about the inside 50s, the huge advantage that North Launceston have had to date during this game. And it only takes, a matter of seconds to get the ball up to the other end, bang, marked by, and a really strong pack mark by Carter as well. Goes back, kicks the goal, and all of a sudden we're back to a 2-goal game.
It was just nice, stay in touch, don't they, Mac?
Yeah, look, it was a nice kick by Lovell. He got the crumb. just sort of put it right to the spot. He's got a real intriguing battle with Jackie Avent, who's sitting on him at the moment.
As the tap comes out now to Avent, sharked it from Gardner. Kick inside 50. Elijah Reardon, big thump away from the defensive position. Crummers wanted Reardon a second time. Jackie rushed in there. And he can't emerge, so it'll be a ball up. So centre clearance then again for Avent. Yeah, it's great clash because Avent's getting plenty of the ball himself, isn't he?
My word he is. And Lovell won't defend too much. He's not used to it. Used to getting the footy himself.
As Gardner to Avent. Kicks around the corner. Reardon there, thumps it to space. Taken there by Godomski. Danger. He's caught with the ball, is Lockie Godomski, by one of the best tacklers in the business, the boy from Rochalee, Jack Rushton. And he'll line up about 35 out, slightly right of centre.
Yeah, well, they're hot on that one now, Max, the spin around, and he got him right on the spin.
Yep.
He might have got the handball away, but the new interpretation is once you've spun like that, it's going to be holding the footy, and that one was a great tackle. Fozzie's boy Rushton.
It was, and we watch this guy every time we play commentate on North Launceston. He just adds so much excitement to the forward line. He's just never standing still. We've seen him jump for the ball today. We've seen him kicking for this goal.
And he puts the goal right through the middle, just Jack Rushton. And it's a great contest here. Plenty of goals in these wet conditions. 6-2, 38 Bombers. The Tigers 3-1, 19. And that's the answering goal to the Tigers, Macca.
Yeah, well, 3 goals for the quarter now. Lasky, Rushton and Bart McCulloch. In 17 minutes, just about to tick through 17 minutes. 6-2, 38 the Bombers. Lead the Tigers 3-1, 19. I know they'd probably need Reardon down, Elijah Reardon down there, Max. Just a bit of size and a bit of athleticism in the background. But, geez, I'd like to see him up the ground a little bit, even on ball wing. I don't know what his tank's like, but I reckon they just need a little bit more class up the ground. You can't put him everywhere. Lee gets the tap down. Here's Campbell, been one of the best. Gets one high. Butler didn't see it. It's umpire Nick Butler it is. And Bailey Gordon scrubs it forward in front of Egger now for North Launceston. Gets a handball from Foon. And a good... No?
All right.
Butler saw that one. And it's going to be Egger. It's going to go a free kick against Bailey Gordon. Lee takes the Kingborough Tigers player high as he turns around. Max, that's Sam Dygan. So Dygan inside 50, but here's Richter Solder, sets himself uncontested and takes the mark defensive 50.
Little switch from Richter Solder. Out of defence now through Bennett. Kicks it to his coach in Whitford. Whitford handball over the top to the running Walsh. Mark Walsh and the railway wing. Kicks to half forward. Thumped away, he's Rushton again. Little handball. Finds Bain and low. Can he get the handle? He can, the young man. Oh, great tackle from Reardon. Pushed him off the kick. And now they're out through Davies, the Tigers' defence. Handball over to the big fella in Gardner. He's got an outlet player in Godomski. He has to stop and prop and weaves the kick to Bailey Gordon, who takes the mark on the defensive side of the centre square. So the Tigers would love another goal before half-time just to stay in touch. Bailey Gordon up the wing, Sorty back position. Over the back here's Campbell, kicks it off the ground, only as far as Whitford. He's in a clash though there with Carter. Carter does well to get it to Campbell. Off the ground, Campbell. Second attempt on his tail there is his opponent in Donnelly. And in the end, Will Campbell did pretty well there to gain some meterage. And it's only 20 metres around from the Tigers' goal.
Need a goal here. Minute and a half to before the 20 minutes is up. What was the first quarter? About 24?
Yep, 21, I think.
23? Yep. Yeah. So a few minutes left for the Tigers. Max, you right? All good. I thought you might have had something to say, but you got something in your eye. McCulloch palms it to himself, gets the handball, only goes as far as Gordon. That's Bailey Gordon, being lively. Speaking of lively, here's Dygan. There's that man behind the footy again in Richter Solder. Foon, in fact. Left forward pocket, little tap out to the boundary line. The umpire says throw it in as the Tigers players look for deliberate off Jay Foon. It's Foon and it's Richter Solder and just these blokes back behind the footy making it very hard for the Tigers forwards.
Making it very difficult. Tigers will be keen to snatch one here just to stay in touch.
Left forward pocket, throw in, gets rid of Tyler Carter. Tyler Carter gets rid of McCulloch and there's a snap on goal and it's a point. So Tigers 3-2-20, trail by 18 points. The Bombers 6-2-38.
You get the other scores in the TSL in a second, Macca, as it's out on the far side with Jay Foon and out of bounds. What do you got for us?
Jay Bowden just missed one. 5-7-37 Glenorchy. North Hobart 1-6-12.
Get Windsor Park after this ball in as the boundary thrown in an attacking position.
A real slog at Windsor Park, 9-2. Launceston's
We
way.
get a free kick being picked out. Which way is it going to go?
Tigers.
Tigers' way.
It's going to the Tigers. It's going to Kieran Lovell. So it might have been a bit of holding off the ball there.
Yeah, it was the non-officiating umpire. So it was the umpire in the middle, keeping an eye on it.
This was the goal we said they needed in the dying minutes of this second quarter.
Some pretty good hands, isn't it? Kieran Lovell. Nice kick of the footy.
Kicked a fantastic goal in that first quarter. Great battle with Jack Event, one of the best battles I've seen this year in the one-on-one stakes and TSL. Lovell for goal. Now he makes no mistake. The umpire just did not move. That's his second. And they're within 2 goals here at UTAS Stadium, the Tigers. 4-2-26. North Launceston 6-2-38.
Yeah, well, besides the inside 50s being 12-5, Max, they fought back, haven't they, Kingborough?
They certainly have, and North would be very disappointed with their effort to date in this quarter based on that 12v5 inside 50s, and they've kicked 3 goals themselves, but they've allowed Kingborough to kick 2 as well, so they haven't capitalised on the inside 50s that they've had.
Glenorchy by 25 at KG5, Launceston by 7 at Windsor Park. But here, it's a 12-point lead to the Bombers, but they've kicked the last couple, have the Tigers. Campbell tries to go to Lovell. It wasn't clean there. McCulloch picks it up. Avent, head over the footy, tackled by Watt. And it's going to be a ball up still inside the centre square. 22 minutes about to tick over. It's 2 goals lead to the Northern Bombers. McCulloch, Lovell, left foot, up and under kick. Whitford decides to punch it. Interesting, towards goal. Lovell bounces off. Avent, clean by hands. Tell you what, here's the flowing mullet of Ben Donnelly. He goes out wide looking for his teammate in George O'Neill. And he goes well, does O'Neill, bit of speed. Underground kick, couldn't go anywhere as such, but set upon is the North Launceston defender. And it's right over there in front of the board. That was Richter Solder. And it's going to be a ball up just outside the 50. Tigers end of the ground in front of the railway hill. And what one here would be a bonus for the Tigers if they can get it in. It's not going to be, though, because it's a clearing kick for Avent. Curran can't take it. Snapping it over his shoulder there for North Launceston was Sanders on the left. Well done, Fozzie's boy in Jackie Rushton. Foz always wishes he calls him. He'd be disappointed in that one. Davies, left foot. Reardon, this is where I like to see him. 1-2 bites of the cherry. He goes to the barrel, doesn't come off. Chaos ball. It's going to bounce up and over the top. Takes the ball there. Kingborough and Luke Graham. And it's going to be a ball up 12, 15 metres out from goal. That was exciting.
It was.
Reardon, I like him up the ground there, Max. He's exciting.
Made the call earlier.
The torpedo didn't come off. But, yeah, not even foot, just across a wing maybe. Cox Goodger. Oh, he's caught Cox Goodger. Umpire could have called that. Nick Butler, all the Tigers players put their hands to their head and say, well, I reckon the siren might have put him off because it wasn't dissimilar to the one down here of Godomski's.
Oh, and
a few words exchanged.
Yes. It wasn't dissimilar to the one of Godomski who was spun around and caught. And Cox Goodger there was spun around and just got rid of it as the siren went. And the Tigers players were filthy. Anyway, it's half time. The Bombers 6-2-38 lead the Tigers 4-2-26. Really entertaining.